Good morning, everyone. We're here for our House Full Transportation Committee. We have a couple subcommittees to report this morning. But before we do that, I'm going to ask everyone, will you report on electronic voting board your presence, please? Roll, Mr. Clerk. Della McQuinn, are you present?
Yes, present.
Thank you kindly for joining us, and we hope you feel better.
Thank you so much. I'm probably feeling a little bit because it just popped up about Jimmy Massey, so I'm having a moment here, but anyway.
Yes, ma'am, I agree, and we all should. We all value Jimmy's presence when he was here, and
Yes.
we regret his passing, but we hope you get well and join us back next week. We miss you.
I will. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, thank you. So we're ready to move into our business. We have first Subcommittee 1 to report, and that is Delegate Wiley. Please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Morning, sir.
Thank you. We met earlier this week, and the following bills were heard. The first one's HB 1661, is patroned by myself. It's a vehicle documentation licensed auto recyclers. There is a substitute, and I'll explain it, and then we'll move on, hopefully. Substitute this bill.
So we have a motion to accept the substitute.
Second.
And a second. Motion to substitute properly before us, Delegate Wiley.
Thank you.
Chairman, go ahead, please.
Just real quick, the substitute creates a process whereby an insurance company can obtain a non-refundable certificate without first obtaining a title or salvage certificate for a vehicle required through the claims process that is being sold for the purpose of recycling parts, dismantling, demolishing, or recycling for scrap. I recommend reporting this bill.
We have a motion to report. We have a second. Bill's properly before us. Cast your vote, please. Delegate McQuinn, how would you vote?
Yes.
Delegate McQuinn
Yes.
votes yea. The bill reports 17-0. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr.
Report to
Chairman.
your next bill, please.
Next bill is 1806, patroned by Delegate Bloxham.
Yours didn't-
Farm use
okay.
placards. There is a substitute
We'll get you.
that I need
Okay, we
to
have a
get.
motion to approve substitute. Substitute's properly before us.
We also need, I also need to recommend
We need to
reporting it
vote
to
on everyone.
appropriations.
Mr. Chairman, hold one second. We need to vote on the substitute. Everyone in favor of substitute signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay. Now, substitute's properly before us. Proceed.
Thank you, sir. I'll read the substitute. The substitute limits the motor vehicle required to receive a farm use placard to pickup or panel trucks and sport utility vehicles, limits the release of farm use placard applicant data, and exempts such vehicles from motor vehicle sales and use tax, and authorizes localities to exempt such vehicles from personal property tax. We've reported the substitute, but I recommend referring to appropriations, reporting as such. Am I allowed to do that according to? Okay. Thanks, sir.
Okay, we've been notified that this bill needs to be referred up to appropriations if it reports. So do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion and second. Report with substitute. Okay, and refer to appropriations. All right, vote on electronic voting board, please. Delegate McQuinn?
McQuinn reporting yes.
Okay. The bill reports 19-0, and the previous bill reported 19-0. Also, Delegate Herring's bill did not record. So, but that was a 19-0. Thank you, and Mr. Chairman, do you?
Yes, HB 2340 was the next bill, patroned by Delegate Bulova. Motor vehicle license plates and registration taxes and penalties. The subcommittee recommended reporting 8-0, and I so move.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Bill's properly before us. Everyone vote on electronic voting board, please. Delegate McQuinn.
McQuinn reports yes.
Delegate McQuinn votes yea.
Rock votes yes.
Delegate LaRock votes yes. I think you got through, Mr. Chairman. You're good. Bill reports 19-0.
And the last bill, Mr. Chairman, is your bill, Mr. Chairman, HB 2381, Toll Operators, Department of Motor Vehicle Records, Subcommittee reporting 8-0, and I so move.
Mr. Chairman, before you move the bill, I think there may be some people in the audience, and we typically do not take testimony at full committee. But if I know there were some people who had expressed some concerns, it's my bill, and if you're there and you want to speak either in favor or in opposition, you can do so now at this time. Okay, apparently no one showed up, so we'll move the bill. So we have a motion to report.
Motion to report, sir. Yes, sir.
And a second. So the bill's properly before us. Please vote on electronic voting board. Delegate McQuinn.
Yes.
Delegate McQuinn votes yea. The bill is reports 19-0.
That ends my report, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate your work. Subcommittee 2, Delegate Wyatt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Subcommittee 2 Infrastructure and Funding met this past Tuesday and passed a few bills out. The first bill I'll report is HB 1712, patroned by Delegate Waxman. This bill addresses damaging or removing temporary work signs. It expands a prohibition on damaging or removing traffic control devices or street signs. Subcommittee reported 8-0, and I so move.
Second.
So a motion and a second to report HB 1712. Please vote on electronic voting board. Bless you. Delegate McQuinn.
Reporting yay.
McQuinn's a yay. Is someone's vote not record? We've had a 19. We have 19-0. Bill reports. Okay, Mr. Chairman, move to your next bill, please.
House Bill 1723, patroned by Delegate Simons, deals with passing stop school buses. Purpose of stop or prima facie evidence makes evidence that a school bus is stopped with at least one warning device. Subcommittee reported 7-1, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So we have a motion to report.
And I move to report.
Okay, and a second? Yes, motion and a second. Bill is properly before us. Everyone vote on electronic voting board. Okay, Delegate Delegate McQuinn.
Yay.
Delegate McQuinn's a yay. So the bill reports, sorry, everybody. Delegate Anderson, you're going to vote. Delegate Anderson, your vote's not recorded, please. Okay, no problem. Okay. Bill reports 15-4. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next bill, HB 1915, patroned by Delegate Krezek, pertains to passing stop school buses. Rebuttal presumption extends from 10 to 30 days for the deadline for issuing a summons by an agency. Subcommittee recommend reporting 7-0, and I so move.
So we have a motion and a second to report the bill. House Bill 1995. Everyone vote on electronic voting board. Delegate McQuinn.
Yay.
Delegate McQuinn votes yea. Bill reports 16-3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. HB 2034, patroned by Delegate Sewell. This bill did come before and was amended.
So, Mr. Chairman, before you move that bill, I don't see Delegate Sewell here, and I know that you have expressed some concerns with this bill, and we have some of our Democratic colleagues not here. So I'm going to ask that this bill go by for the day, and so that we can have Delegate Sewell here, and we can rehear the bill, and you can express your concerns with the bill, Mr. Chairman.
And I second that motion.
So we have a motion and a second to carry the bill by for the day. Everyone signify by saying aye. Aye. So the bill will go by for the day. And if I will notify Delegate Sewell and notify her of the concern, and maybe we can address it on Tuesday. Thank you.
The next bill, HB 2338, patroned by Delegate McQuinn. This bill does have amendments.
Move the amendments.
Yeah. A motion and a second to approve the amendments. Everyone signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the bill's properly before us, Mr. Chairman.
The amendments provide the population limitations for the Transit Rider Incentive Program funding that does not apply to these programs. In summary, the Transit Ridership Incentive Programs funds improving accessibility and transition to zero emissions, as well as adding infrastructure to the up to 30% of available funds. The subcommittee did report as amended, 8-0, and I so move.
Second.
So we have a motion to report with the amendments.
And refer to appropriations, Mr. Chairman.
And report to appropriations with the amendments. Okay, everyone who's in favor, vote on electronic voting board, please. And those against can vote on electronic voting board also.
There are none, Mr. Chair.
I understand, Ms. Quinn. Okay. All right, vote, please. Okay, Delegate McQuinn.
Aye. Aye. Yay.
Quinn votes yea. The bill will report 18-1 and go up to appropriations.
That concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. On yesterday evening, we had a bill that did not get heard in a subcommittee, and I've asked the Delegate Campbell. It's HB 2395. So, Delegate Campbell, will you come forward and present your bill, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. HB 2395 is a bill recommended by local sheriff's departments that would change the requirement in the state code regarding photo speed monitoring devices, often called speed radar devices. Currently, they are required to be tested every 6 months. The code change will require them to be tested annually. These devices are extremely costly to have tested, and the impact on the localities is quite cost burdensome. They are also calibrated at the beginning of every shift by the officer or the deputy using them, so they are insured for safety. It's pretty simple, straightforward.
Okay. Thank you, Delegate Campbell. Anyone in the audience speak in favor of the bill? Captain Maxey.
You get demoted in there.
Pardon?
You get demoted in there.
Colonel, whatever. Your title changes every year. I apologize.
Mr. Chairman, it's Major Ron Maxey.
Major.
Although I do like when I'm called Colonel, though. The Department of State Police has no position on this bill. This is similar to Senator Vogel's bill, Senate Bill 1456, which reported out of Senate Transportation. It does change from 6 months to 12 months. The patron is correct when she states that the radars and the LiDARs are calibrated before shift and after shift if there's any concern that these go out of calibration. If at the end of a shift is found to be out of calibration, all summonses issued during that shift are null prost at trial. So they are calibrated daily.
Okay. So this is a cost savings to the locality and a time savings benefit to the department, I would assume.
Yes, sir. I can't think of a time
Okay.
when these tuning forks do not come back calibrated correctly when they go to the manufacturer. If they are caught to be out of calibration, it's done roadside with the officer at the time.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
Major. So. Yes, sir.
What manufacturer does the state police use for the majority of their radar devices?
Mr. Chairman, Delegate Anderson, right now it's custom.
Okay. One more question, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
What is the manufacturer recommendation of calibrating the custom radar? Is it in the manual? Is it 6 months?
Mr. Chairman, to my knowledge, the manufacturer does not set a time limit for that. Again, this is just to my knowledge. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But my knowledge is that the state or local jurisdiction sets that across the country, that the manufacturer does not set a limit on that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Major, and thank you, Delegate Anderson. Any other questions of the committee? Anyone in the audience to speak either in favor or against? Okay, if not, committee acts by motion.
Motion to report.
Second.
So we have a motion to report, a second and a third. So everyone vote on electronic voting board when we get to that point in time. Give the clerk a few minutes here. I sort of blindsided him with this bill this morning.
We can just take a,
We'll just take a voice vote.
yeah.
Yeah, a roll call vote. We're going to do a roll call vote, and I apologize. I have a great staff and clerk, and they accommodated my request this morning, and electronically, we're just not quite there yet, but we will proceed by the old method. So we'll do a roll call vote when the clerk is ready.
Paper and pencil. You go last.
That's fine, whenever you're ready.
Okay, we're voting on House Bill 2395, Campbell, and we have a motion before the panel here to report. How do you vote? Delegate Tata. Delegate Anderson. Delegate Durant. Delegate Taylor. Delegate Wiley. Delegate Runyon. Delegate McGuire. Delegate Avoli. Delegate Wyatt.
Aye.
Delegate Bloxham.
Yes.
Delegate LaRock.
Yes.
Delegate Subramanian. Delegate Herring. Delegate Watts. Delegate Reed. Delegate Delaney. Delegate Murphy. Delegate Bagby. Delegate Carr. Delegate Carr. Delegate McQuinn.
Aye.
Delegate Ward.
Aye.
And Delegate Austin.
Delegate Delaney.
Aye, Delegate Delaney just entered the room, but I'm not sure she would want to vote.
Delegate Austin.
Aye.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The motion carries 18-1.
Okay, thank you. Delegate Campbell, your
Thank you,
bill
Mr. Chair.
reported 18-1. Okay. Is there any other business to come before the Transportation Committee at this time? Okay, if not, committee will rise.